Welcome back to Chapter 5 in Unix, where we work with the comm and diff commands. So before we go any further, make sure you have a file called names5.txt that has these values in it. Then copy names5.txt to names5copy.txt. And we're going to do a comm command. And comm is a command where you can compare two files, only two, side by side. You get one column, which is the contents that are only found in the first file, column 2 of only what's found in the second file, and column 3, which is what's common between the two files. So right now, just seeing that we copy these two files, there's nothing unique about column 1, nothing unique that's only found in file 1, nothing that's unique and only found in file 2. And column 3 has everything that's common between the two. So I'm going to go modify names5.txt. And I'm going to come down and change it to Liza Beth. And I'm going to save it. So I made a change about midpoint through the file to a value. And if I do a comm, you will now see it shows the first 4 records are exactly the same. Then in file 2 it has Liza and Brian, and then in the first file it has Liza Beth followed by Brian, and the last few lines match. So comm can be used to show what is common and also what's different within a file. But I only made one change, and you can see how much stuff it's showing me on the screen. So we use the diff more commonly than we do in the industry than the comm. And this shows you what is found in the left file. The file on the left, or file 1, is Liza Beth. The file pointing to the right is names5copy, has Liza. Don't be confused with these being indirect or redirect symbols. They are just pointing to the file where the change is. And it's saying, go change line 5 in either the first file or the second file, and then they'll match. So it's very, very powerful in this regard. Okay, let's clear the screen. And let's go modify the second file. And let's add in a new name. We're going to put the value of James into the second file. And then I'm going to do a diff. And it says line 5 is different, and the file on the left has this value. File on the right has this value. And notice we added James to this file. It's saying go to line 9 in the first file and add line 10 from the second file. So take James and adds it in over here. And if I invert these two, invert means switch, it's saying change line 5 to be Liza in the left file, Liza Beth in the right. But notice when I flip the two files, I switch these two, it's saying take line 10, delete it, and it will start matching line 9. So we use the diff whenever we make changes to a file. For example, say we were going to make some configuration changes to the host file. We would always make a copy of the host file with like today's date. We'll just use and then I have a before copy and after copy, and we could use the diff if we were having problems to see what could be the difference between the two. I'm not going to get permissions to do this because I'm not elevated as the root, but we make copies of a file and we put the timestamp on it so we know what day we change it, so we ever have to restore it. And to say night support runs into a problem because I made a change, they could do the diff command and see what I did and roll back the changes.